Hello, race fans, and welcome to Off Camper TV's coverage of the International Sim Drivers Club World. What was it again? Formula World Series, week number 1 here at Twin Ring Motegi, 1.5 mile over across the pond. If you're on the West Coast, East Coast is a hop, skip, and a jump. But yeah, we're here tonight for our first race with the ISDC. Joining me tonight in the booth will be Dylan Ackert. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great, West. Last season we've had some great racing. We've been away from 2 seasons for 2 months, 2 long months, and I'm so glad we get back and we can come back and have a great race here at Motegi. They've done a lot of practice, a lot of hot laps, and they want to get this season started again.
All right. You might be thinking Formula in the first part of the series, and you might be thinking Formula 1. Nope. We're running the Dallara Indy cars this year. We got 12 races scheduled. We're not going to be a part of 2 of them. We got you 10 races, though, coming at you later on in the season. Of course, I did say that this was the first one, and us here at OCTV are excited to have partnered with the ISDC. And got to thank all you beautiful people out there on iRacing.com/live in that live portal watching. Want to thank y'all for coming out and showing your support here for these drivers. Right now, we got 22 cars who have taken time so far in practice, with Tim Silliman on top with the 26.720. That would actually break the all-time track record set by Danny Roberts at a 26.734. I believe the last time that they came to Motegi.
Tim has been very fast last season. Unfortunately, Stephen Larkamp in that number 62 machine currently is 9th fastest in practice, but you know, he's won the past 3 seasons. He's one driver you want to keep an eye for.
Yeah, I also heard he won the Indy Lights race earlier tonight as well. Didn't score any points. So I believe the O2 of Cody McCorkle, iRacing's L's and I's really need to change. He is the points leader coming out of that earlier tonight.
That Indy Light rate, we do 2 races. We do a little series and we go back into the main. And we had a good group of guys in that Indy Light series, and that was a fun race. A great battle with Steven and Tim for that Indy Light series, and then come in tonight and see Tim so far fastest right now in practice. Is going to be interesting to see what Steven can do.
I'm going to break down how the points are going to work here this season. First position gets 50 points, second's 40. Third is 35. Then you go down in increments of 3 between third and fourth, and then it's increments of 2 from 4th to 5th, and all the way back till you get to the 10th position. Winning the pole will get you 3 bonus points. So Tim Silliman is really looking good right now. Him and Artion Shelley, top of the board. I already messed up his name. Is Ayrton. And Taylor Drago is in third as well. Couple guys, 6 drivers in the 7s right now. Any one of them could get the pole here tonight. Leading a lap will get you a bonus point. Driver that leads most lap will get another 3 bonus points. So in total, the most points a driver can score in a single race would be 57. And that's going to be over the 12-race season. Getting ready to come up later on this year.
Last season, we went around and the final race came down to 7 points difference. So Tim knows that if he wants to get every point he can, and you know, last season we came out with 7 points difference between first and second. So every point matters, and a lot of these drivers are knowing that, feeling that they want every point.
Yeah, want to thank the ISDC for putting in a live admin here tonight. Jeff Newport will be the race steward here tonight. Also, fuel is going to be capped at 11.6 gallons. So we'll be seeing them coming in to pit around every 30 laps. We have 100 laps on tap for tonight. So we have potentially 4 stops if we go green to checkered. But judging by practice here, I believe we're going to have at least 1 or 2 cautions here tonight.
We've been watching practice here. They've had 1 hour practice, and there's been definitely a few excitements and different crashes that happen. And it comes to a place where you're in a pack. You know, when you think of Motegi, you don't think of a pack track, but it's definitely gonna be very close and tight pack racing, and it's definitely gonna be interesting. As right there, we have a little bit of contact right there with Tim Silliman getting a little bit of contact there.
Oh yeah, he jumped.
But
And
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely one thing with these Indy cars, though, is that aero push. These things, if you're right behind somebody going into the turn, your car is going to get tight. You're going to feel like you're just going to drift up into the wall. It's a good thing that Motegi is a pretty wide racetrack as ovals are concerned. Another thing we're going to have to watch out for, we got a special set of pit row rules. You have to enter the apron on the entrance of turn number 3, keep it below the white line all the way to pit entry, and then on exit you have to keep it below the white line as well until you exit off of turn number 2. Definitely going to watch these pit entries, especially on green flag stops, because once these things get on that apron, they get very loose. As I'm seeing right now, the 18 getting around a car right there. That would be, let me go back to the 18. That is Gary Weaver, I believe, in that 07 machine. Going to pass him back, get a good draft on the outside, drag racing down the backstretch right now. This practice is getting ready to come to a close. We'll open up for 5 minutes of qualifying, 2 laps apiece, and wow, we're all riding. Woo! All right, your weather for tonight. Clear, 70 degrees, and the track is at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds coming from the south at 5 miles an hour. Humidity at 31%. Late afternoon skybox here tonight for the drivers of the ISDC, the Formula World Series.
Practice comes down to the end here. Cars are going to roll through tech inspection before qualifying, and then they also got to re-roll through inspection after qualifying to get on that grid. So we can already hear some cars already heading out. First one I'm seeing is John Martin, that number 12.
Out there. John's driving with the T-Rex Chevrolet for Solo Motorsports, team that he owns, that number 12. Looking pretty sharp. I'm liking the color scheme, but as Tony would always say, green is bad luck on a race car. Taking his first lap here. Good entry into 1 and 2, right about the middle of the track, about quarter lane off of the bottom of the racetrack. Swings it back out to the wall. Getting into the tighter turns 3 and 4. Motegi is not exactly a perfect oval. It is egg-shaped, as a lot of the tracks are on the oval side of the iRacing service. He was get on his second lap. First lap was a 27.22. Right now it's good for third. At 18, Ayrton Shelley. I can't say his name to save my life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's Ayrton. 12 into the wall there. It's going to say the 18's on pole right now provisionally with a 26. And as soon as I was starting to look at the time, 95, Travis Bennett up to the top of the board with an 8:07 in the 26 bracket. 5th fastest in practice. That's a good lap.
Look at Tim Silliman right now. I'm currently sitting in P2 of a 26.847.
Well, on an apron.
Oh, no. That has to go to the backup car.
That apron is a mean mistress. Still P2.
As right now, Johnny Eckert is going to take his first time lap. Currently, that puts him in P3 with a 26.870.
And number 90, part of Hill Motorsports, that Ford. Does he really have a Rooster Teeth car? Hold on. Let me zoom in on this, because that would be pretty dope.
Johnny Eckert is a fan of Rooster Teeth and Funhouse, so
Yes.
during the Thursday night,
Woo!
there it goes.
Death Wiggle. Still sitting in fourth. Nick Stoller actually leapfrogged him while we were looking at him, and he, as soon as my camera got to him, he was on his lid. Number 98 Honda for Hill Motorsports as well, the 90s teammate. And let's see, yeah, they got. Ooh, Danny Roberts taking the pole here right now in that Ferrari Dallara. That works, I guess. Danny Roberts, he's been the best all-around driver in Formula World Series history, but has been he seems to have a mid-season slump. If he can capitalize on that, word has it that he could be a serious contender for the title at the end of the year.
Danny comes in just so strong in the very beginning. That team comes in and, with a whole new body and a whole new attitude every season. And in the very beginning, they're just so strong. And then competition kind of forms back up on them. And they're kind of always trying to relearn and get faster when competition kind of rebuilds up and kind of learns his ideas.
Yeah, he was almost at track record time. He was about 3/4 100ths of a second off of setting a new track record here. It doesn't look like we're going to get that tonight. 21 cars have taken times. The only one it doesn't look like he has is somebody I don't have a pronunciation cheat sheet for. That's Matthew Lesniewski. I may have nailed it. All right, qualifying's over. 41, Danny Rogers going to secure the first pole of the season, going to get that 3 bonus points. So good on that driver there, the Ferrari car. The Ferrari. Travis Bennett on the outside of row number 1. We're going to wait for these guys to get onto the grid.
So far, that whole first 4 rows have not went on the grid yet, and it looks like they are backed up at the scales.
Well, that's no good.
As Travis Bennett just got on the grid.
Oh, yeah, that's a gap. As they slowly trickle in, we're going to get a couple more of these front runners in here before we get your starting grid here tonight. We're going to have 1 pace lap, so I'm going to have to go quick. Still waiting on that pole sitter to claim his rightful place on the grid here. I think once we get him, we're going to go ahead and go through your starting order here tonight. All right, here we go. Number 41, Danny Roberts on the pole tonight with a 26.779, just shy of the track record. Travis Bennett to his outside in P2, the number 95. We have, let me go to cheat sheet. It's not up there either. Steven Larkamp in 3rd, Tim Silliman in 4th. Top 5's rounded out by Nick Stoller. Johnny Eckert in the 6th position. Will Roberts in 7th. You have Arton Shelley in 8th. Alex Buffley in 9th. And Keaton Bommersbach in the 10th position. Eric Jeffers in 11th. Ryan Kish in 12th. Ryan Hesgard in 13th. Taylor Drago in 14th. Cody Winsen going to roll off in 15th. Gary Weaver takes the 16th position. 17th goes to Brian Sullivan. Cody McCorkle in 18th. John, let me see, he's up here. Ailes in 19th. Phil Clark in 20th. And John Martin going to round out our field. It looks like, because I do not believe that 24 gridded up. I believe the 24 did grid up. Going to take a provisional there in 22nd. All right, word from race control. The pace car is going to dictate the start here. Not going to wait on the green flag, which I can't really blame him on that. But, hey, definitely going to be a fun race. What are you expecting here tonight?
Tonight's going to be interesting. These guys have had the dust on their wheels. They've been wanting to go. I think a lot of drivers are not going to be prepared for this aerodynamic push. We saw in qualifying how the car spins out easy, but it's going to be interesting.
All right, here we go. Pace car. Yep, pace car is off, waiting on that green flag. Danny Roberts down and away. Green flag is out in the air for the start of the ISDC season here, the Formula World Series. Danny Roberts off to a good start, pulled away from, looks like the 62 of Larkamp, got into the second position, got a little bit of almost three wide action back here with Silliman on the bottom, the 95 who started in P2, going to roll on the outside. Power move there. Travis Bennett trying to get back into third position as they hit the line here to complete lap one.
Yeah, look at Will Roberts in that number 7 machine. He's stuck on that high side. But if you can get that high side to come in and kind of pull up some rubber, you're going to be seeing a lot of these cars be pushing up. There's a beautiful, lovely bump in turn 2. And if you just hit it just right, your car gets loose. And you see Will's kind of taking that offensive line, taking that higher side, not getting knocked up in that low line. And then there's a battle for 3 wide behind them. And that's between Alex, Titan, and I believe that is Eric. Oh, right there doing 3 wide, trying to get that battle for, looks like that is for P number 8.
Just about. I mean, there's good pack racing all going out. That 39 just about bit the dust, though. Silliman lost a lot of ground there. 95 got into the 7 on the front stretch. Will Roberts, I believe, got a little bit of the outside retaining wall, dropping back like a rock. Looks like I'm still trying to get everything. The NTT data car, 96, going to get in front of him. Here comes the 7 with a good draft down the backstretch. They're entering turn 3. That 39, though, he's worrying me.
Yeah, Tim is a very aggressive driver when it comes to tracks like this. He's scary sometimes, but he can get the job done. It's just being this aggressive is very scary, especially right now. We're only in lap 5, going on lap 6, and you're already this aggressive. It's kind of worrying a little bit.
Yeah, big checker from the 96 heading into turn 7's going to push up almost into the 39.
Oh,
keep it rolling though, guys. Let's go. Battle for third, the 18 of Shelley around the 90 of Eckert. Got Staller right behind him. Here comes Eckert again to take the inside from the 18. Going to hit that bottom lane going into turn 3 and secure that third position. Meanwhile, back here, that 39 and that 95, they just can't seem to get away from each other. Bennett looking to try to get to the inside of the 39, not going to be able to do it. Here comes the 39 with a good run coming off of turn 2 and get under the 96. Jeffers, that 39 rig share machine. I'm going to call him the Purple People Eater. He's getting them spots back now.
One driver who has not been getting any spots and has been falling back is Will Roberts. He started P7 and currently in 11th and is falling back more and more each lap.
Yeah, it looks like I believe he did get into the wall on the front stretch there a couple of laps ago. I believe he's got a little bit of aerodynamic damage as he's got the 19. That's Ryan Hesker getting underneath of him. Caution's out.
Caution.
Looking for the back. Oh, Cody McCorkle around in turn number 3. Big damage to the Great Clips machine, the 02. He just got loose out there in the marbles. Came around, locked him up, and big damage to that 02 of McCorkle.
That's a shame. He was doing really well. You know, he started in the back, but he was working his way up through the field a little bit, and just
It just snapped.
Did 8 laps. Only did 8 laps. Rubber was all the way up there.
And unfortunately for that 02, there are no fashion pairs here. The 07, Gary Weaver went a lap down, and the 24 has went 2 laps down. And leaders out, second place, third place, at the line, third place. The 90 looks like the first taker down pit lane.
And looking at this top 3 who did not pit is the picture we saw last season. These 3 drivers were playing the hats off game that I gave you the hat, you give me the hat, and we just keep battling and passing each other for that lead position. Danny was the one always in the lead, but those 3 drivers right there all were passing each other, trying to get those extra bonus points. And this is going to be an interesting strategy call. There was only 4 that did not go in, and then everyone else did. But Johnny Eckert being the first one who came out with the brand new tires and fuel.
And definitely going to be interesting. I don't think the tire difference is going to make a big thing. The big thing there, fuel. As we know, about 30 laps, and they have to come in, and that pretty much puts everybody from 5th on back on the correct fuel strategy for the rest of the race. They only have to come in to 3. Well, let's see. Yeah, 3 more times. Should be 2. I'm adding an extra pit stop in there for some reason. I'm bad at the math. And Cody Winson stayed out as well. That's 67. Driver for the Gap Sim Racing team. He's got his car owner going to start right behind him, actually, in the 62. Started in 15th, up to 4th, throwing a little bit of strategy into the ring.
This is definitely be one interesting start. Last season we saw that top 4 going, but someone who is a rookie so far this season is Johnny Eckert in that number 90 machine. He's kind of jumped in and out throughout the past few weeks and past few seasons, but haven't really done a full-time start. And right now he's sitting in P5. So this is going to be a good time for Johnny to get that start and maybe get a few laps underneath his belt as a leader.
With this caution, that's probably going to save these cars that did stay out about a good 2 laps worth of fuel here. Larry McMath, every lap on the caution is 3 laps on the caution is 1 lap of green. So, got Roberts. Excuse me. We had a Rogers in our other series. I'm sorry. Danny Roberts out front, leading every single lap here tonight in that 41 machine. Looking pretty good. Has secured himself another bonus points on the night. He's got 4 bonus points, and we're just hitting lap 12. So looking pretty stout here for a championship run is the 41.
As Gary Weaver is he just spun it in pit road as he was backwards. That number 07 machine.
No idea what that was about. And now he's going to be 2 laps down at WWE 2K18 machine. He must be sponsored by GameStop or something. He's assuming the Eric Jones role here. Oh, interesting. Just heard from race control again. I believe when they get the 1 to go. No. Lights are off the pace car. I don't know where the pace car is in relative to the 41. I'm not that far zoomed out. Got to be able to see these numbers somehow. I think what's going to happen is we're going to go green here and then wait until turn number 3 and restart this race is what I'm gathering here, because we're still single file here.
You do have the green flag. One big difference we had from last season into this season is our starting procedures. We're going to try to do a little bit of help the wheel spin. Is that some tracks the wheel spin is very strong, so in the real Indy World series they go around and make an extra lap and kind of ease into the throttle and then race on in turn 3 and 4. So during the town hall meeting ISDC held a few weeks back, they discussed it, and right now you can kind of see as Danny Roberts is casually picking up his speed, going from 65 up to 72, 73 miles per hour, trying to getting ready to go green here, because he is the pace car now, pretty much, as he's going to lead this field in the green flag.
It looks like he's backing off a little bit, making this field stack up just a tad bit, and let's see if we're dropping the throttle here. And there it is.
There he goes.
Race is back underway here at going to complete lap 13. Still got a long ways to go, gentlemen. Larkamp is going to be in second, Silliman third, Winsen in fourth, and Eckert under fire from, I can't tell who that is. I believe that's the 98 of Nick Stoller there, taking over to fifth position, just about almost getting into the 90. You got Shelley in that 18, the Irwin's Tools car, looking to get underneath that 90 as well. Eckert, big loser on their restart. And here he goes to gain it back.
Look at Will Roberts in the bottom side going farther back, and that's for P10. And that's a battle for 3 positions right there, and that's between 10th to 12th. And that's between Will, Alex, and Ryan as they kind of go back and forth. As Will gets stuck way up on that high side. Thankfully, the safety trucks went out and swept the marbles off the track, but that probably could have been ended very sad for Will.
Yeah, he's still stuck on a high side, though. That Firestone machine trying to fend off the 08 of Buffalo in the Ford. Getting close to that bumper, rolling into turn number 3. And
battle for the lead.
Wow, he's way wide.
Battle for the lead, and that's with Danny Roberts and Steven Larkamp. Steven gets that bottom side working well, gets that pass going on with Danny. Teammates pushing. 3 wide going to turn. Uh-oh. Contact. Danny's in the wall.
Yeah, 41 is in the wall. The 67 trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead. Larkamp takes the race lead away from Roberts, gets a bonus point with help of his teammate in Winsen. Winsen looking to take the lead away from him to get himself a bonus point, but don't look now. Silliman is right back there. That Rickshare purple machine trying to put his hat in the ring for the lead here.
Right now, it's probably the team saying, okay, well, I let a few laps, I get the few extra bonus points, you can do the same. As right there, you see Tim just gets a little bit of a better drive off on the top side, but just with the speed of the cars, Cody can keep that bottom side rolling.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job with that.
As Danny's coming back into the picture, and Danny's brought a few friends with him.
He sure has. That 41's got that 98 Stoller all over his rear bumper. Him and the 90 side by side coming off of turn number 2. Eckert has the advantage and is clear from the 98. Here comes the 96 in the draft, that NTT Data Chevrolet looking to get up here and Wow, this is turning very
Whoa.
exciting really quick.
Woo! Look at
Oh,
that.
that 39. Look at that move.
Wow.
Didn't help him at all, but that was very flashy. Here he comes again. Great run from that 39 down the backstretch here. Going to head off into turn number 3. 62, little wide up there in the marbles. Got that 41 underneath him. Back behind him, that's for 4th. The 67, though, taking the right strategy. Something that Will Power did last week at Pocono, or the week before last. Not letting them get that run as they get into the corner. Coming off the corner, though, that 39 definitely has a good run. Silliman trying to get around Winsen right now. Cody Winsen in the lead. And that 90, 90's right behind him. We did have a car on the apron there. I couldn't catch who it was.
Look at Johnny. Johnny knows he's going for the Rookie of the Year this season. So far hasn't let any last, but he's definitely making his way past that 39 machine of Tim.
Oh, Stallers around. Almost hit. What a save!
Oh, wow.
All I saw was him clip apron, and I thought he was done. That 98 car, he's definitely got his brown pants on right now. That 39 is erratic, dude. It is awesome. It's all over the place.
Johnny, I think, has taken a few lessons from Tim. You know, he was kind of in the back there, kind of patiently watching Tim, watching the lead pack, learn how to get by, and look at this. As Tim gets underneath Johnny for that P2.
Oh, there he goes. Pretty much a crossover move. Breaking ankles right there. That 39, he's trying for that lead very hard. That 90, though, just about into the wall underneath the 39 right now. Got to be careful about that apron, though. Very close. In the wheel well. And remember, the 90's the only one out of the top 5 right now who hasn't pitted. The 90's the only one. No, the 90's the only one who has pitted. Everybody else hasn't. So we'll be looking for them pretty shortly, maybe within the next 5 to 7 laps. So this 90, he's sitting in a good position right now. He will be coming back in about 10 laps afterwards. But there's some great racing going on. Look at that 39 again, trying.
It's so interesting watching the 90 and 39 because if you change the paint scheme, and they would look the same way. Oh, no!
The leader's around! Wentz is around! Caution's out. He doesn't look like he really hit anything. Might have a little bit of a rear left damage, but he just completely lost it off of turn 4.
Wow, that's an odd place to lose your car, too. Wow.
Going to go on board with 67, see what exactly happened. He just got loose. Yeah, well, lucky for him. Well, he does. I'm looking at that front wing. Does look like he might have a little bit of damage on that front left wing, but if it is, it's very, very minuscule. Just wow.
Much.
And that falls right into the hands of the 39, 41. I believe 39 staying out to lead a lap here. Johnny Eckert did get the lead that last lap, got the bonus point. Here comes Tim Silliman. The rig share ride. Toyota got Denzo on it as well. He's definitely going to take the bonus point there. I believe everybody else did come in the pit. Might see 39 come in next time by.
I can't believe Tim would not pit again. No, he didn't pit the last caution, and so far on lap 28. So we're getting.
Ooh. Yeah, nice. I don't understand it either.
It's going to be interesting if Tim does not pit.
Well, it looks like we've lost a couple of people in the race. Cody McCorkle, who brought out our first caution, he is going to DNF in the first race of the season. Gary Weaver has also left the building, as has the 12 of John Martin. He has manually disconnected and is going to finish in position number 20. See if this 39 does come in to take a pit though. Because if he doesn't, he's gonna be
Wow. Wow. I wish we could get down in that pit box right now. I want to know what that strategy is, because that is one very bold strategy.
You got that right, Cotton. Yeah, all right, we're gonna pay a couple of bills real quick. We'll be right back. You won't miss a minute of green flag action here on OCTV. All right, welcome back to the season opening International Sim Drivers Club Formula World Series opening weekend here opening Monday here at Motegi. Motegi Mondays. Sounds like you need a mojito for that. And I just come up with weird stuff. I'm sorry, but he's still out there. The 39. Wow. I just don't understand this. What is he doing?
He's a very fast and smart driver. He can get very aggressive at times, but I don't know if I agree with this pit strategy call that he's doing.
I don't either. Lights are off the pace car. They're going to let the pace car come in, and then the next time by, we're going to go back to green. So we still have 2 to go right now. Former leader Cody Winston, that's 67, all the way back to 17th after that spin, leading. And he doesn't look hurt at all. So he's going to start back here behind Bommersbach in 3. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad that most of the people with the hard names are back here in the back, because the racing's so good up in the front. And I just cannot. I feel bad when I destroy their names. So
watching Tim not pitted and watching Cody in the back here, it's gonna be interesting who can have the bigger strategy. Cody's definitely gonna have a hard time getting up to that pack, because it is some tight racing up there.
Basically, it's just track position, because I mean he qualified 15th, so he already started back there anyway. It used a pit strategy move and got up to the race lead. So that's a false green flag. Just letting you know right now. But yeah, that 67. I mean, it's going to take a pit strategy call at the end, because pretty much they've already went through the first window since the beginning of the race. So we're going to restart here on completing lap 31 on to 32. We're going to have 68 laps to go. The math is so hard. We try to keep it light and fun up here, so that's what's happening. We'll just go with that. Yeah. Good.
They are definitely faster pace than last time. Danny kept him at a very slow 65. Tim's giving him at a good 75, 80.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Yep. Green flag back into the air, ending the second caution period on the night. That 39 is gone. Silliman way out in front, and that number 39 machine. He's really stretching it. We should be seeing him probably within the next lap or two. I'm going to keep on him to see if he loses power, because there's got to be but like a cloud of gas left in that tank.
Yeah, dude.
Got 62 here. Larkamp under fire from the 96 Jeffers and NTT data machine. Already been passed by the 18 of Shelley for 4th. Here he comes, 62, going to down to the inside, and that is the 67's teammate who was out front there for a while. And looks like the 41 has taken over second from the 90 of Eckert. Still fighting back, though, that 90. I don't think he expected him to be that high up the track there. A little wiggle from the 90. Roberts going to try and clear that 90, but it's a drag race down the backstretch as they head off into turn number 3.
As Tim is still not coming down a pit road, that he must be, we have a fixed setup, but he must be able to change his engine mapping somehow, because that is unbelievable how he's just keep going. The field window is about 30 or so laps, and so far he's done 35, going on 36.
Yeah, he's got an extra gallon in the frame somewhere. Got something going on. Hey, still back here. All right, Silliman.
There he is.
Got a spotter communication. He's going to be coming in this time around. So definitely going to be interesting to see how he does this. Want to keep an eye on him to see if he can get down onto the flat of turn 3. Because if they don't do it, then they're going to have penalties there. He does slow down significantly. Good job from that 39 on getting out of the way. The 90, though, Johnny Eckert is your race leader. Once again, Danny Rogers over 0.5 of a second back. And the 18 of Shelley has taken over second, actually. A little bit of a crossover from the Ferrari.
Yeah, but look at that pack behind him. That is 5 cars that are hungry for that position, as that's being led by Stephen Larkin with Eric and Alex all right there kind of pushing each other as they're trying to catch up to that pack. Right now, Johnny's not in a good spot. He has no drafting buddy. It's good to be by yourself a little bit, but
caution's out.
Caution.
Looking for it. Oh, the 19 hard into the wall. Whoever's the 4, the Gatorade car, Brian Sullivan, is in the catch fence. We're gonna have to go back and watch that one because that was pretty feisty right there. A lot of cars involved. Oh, contact. Gatorade, that number 4. That's Brian Sullivan. Got into the back of the 19 Ryan Hesgard. Oh, who was that? That was a hard lick from looks like trying to see who got into him. The 2, Taylor Drago. Hard lick into the side of the 4. That's what sent the 4 into the catch fence, basically. Yeah, the two car got into the 4 after he spun the 19. And we're trying to
got a huge hard contact with that. Kind of.
Oh yeah, Twisted T machine. Haven't really called his name out all day. Bad for it to be right then. He's got a lot of damage to that number 14 ride, and they're trying to figure out what happened there with the 39 there coming off pit road as the accident was happening in front of him. So it would have tracked him a lap down, but I believe he was still the first car 1 lap down. So he might get the wave around here. Not sure. Race admins are communicating. We'll let you know as soon as we know. That did take out a lot of cars, though.
That took a lot. As right now, Tim passes the field, getting that lap back.
Looking 25 is coming off pit road. That's Phil Clark. The McDonald's ride. Don't know if he got into any of that ordeal, but he looks to have a pretty decently clean car.
As right now, Brian Sullivan has just got out of the infield care center, thankfully. everything okay with him, but does not want to talk to us. But a lot of damage on that car.
Yeah, I would say so. Got a little bit of an internet issue with the 3 Kyten Bommersbach there. Believe he's going to come in and he may park it. Not sure, but definitely a little bit of an internet issue. To be honest with you, the 2 really doesn't look like he got hurt all that bad, even though he careened into that the number 4. Definitely got a replaced wing and a replaced rear wing as well. Trying to see the side pods because they really don't do those on these.
Tripods look nice, and the driver's side's a lot pushed in. So
Yeah.
got a lot of aerodynamic differences, but other than that, the car looks good. But the big thing is about these Indy cars is that they're meant to cut through the air and not kind of drag through the air, and that's a lot of actually side damage, which is gonna probably slow him down. But the good thing is that he's in that back half pack, which kind of he's not going to be involved in too much, and he has a lot of the aerodynamics of the cars in front of him cutting through the air, so he might be in a good situation.
Now we're having a little bit of a scoring issue right here. Going to get your updated running order here in a little bit. The 41 Danny Roberts, though, out front right now. 90 of Eckert. All the way back to 7th after leading right there. He may have came into pit. I know the 18 did as well. Couple new faces up towards the front, though. Ryan Kish, at number 23 United Reynolds Honda, made his way all the way up to 6th. I believe Jeffers is visiting the top 5 for the first time today as well in the 96 Chevrolet. And just looking back, trying to see if we can find any cars that still have substantial damage that are, caught up in that last accident. That 25, Phil Clark, running back here in the 14th position. McDonald Chevrolet. He was coming off of pit road earlier, so he might have gotten his wings replaced. 98 Nick Stoller, all the way back here in 12th. Wonder what happened to him on that.
Race Control is still trying to figure out timing and scoring right now, because it does say that 39 of Tim is your leader.
I'm going to let this cycle through again and see if everything gets sorted out. If it's not sorted out, I'm pretty sure they'll throw an extended yellow again. The pace car does not dictate the start. Once the 41 gets back around to turn number 3, that's when we will go back to green. Fake green flag. Going to complete lap 42 here under caution. And lap 40 will complete lap 43 to get back underway almost to halfway here tonight. And everything is back to normal. Actually, I was mistaken earlier when I mentioned the 23. He's actually up into the 5th position here. I believe because he got around the 39. 39 was causing a little bit of a scoring issue there. Getting a lap back as the field came, as he was passed by the field after he came in for his pit stop. The United Reynolds Honda started in the 12th today, made his way all the way up to 5th right now. We saw earlier when the 67 made his move for track position that he was able to keep up there with the leaders and actually lead. So let's see what this 23 has got for him. Green flag back out into the air. Danny Roberts down and away. And we're back racing here at Motegi.
Oh, look at Will Roberts. Will Roberts just passed 2 cars and gonna be 3 going way down the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's on the inside of that 23 now. Going to clear him for the 5th position, basically. This is not going to be good behind him, though. This is a cluster back here. The 18, 67, 3 wide going into turn number 3. Oh, the 18.
Good.
Almost. Johnny Eckert had to get way out of it. Lost a ton of positions there. He went from 6th back to 11th on that lap. The 18 did get into it, but the 67 forced to move down there. Cody Winston trying to get back up to the front.
That was a big move, and that was actually a very scary move there. Watching that because you saw it before, we were 3 wide again in the front.
3 wide again. Wow, I can't believe they made it out of that.
And that was the 3 wide with Ryan Kish, Cody Wenz, and Will Roberts, who got damaged at the very beginning, but look at him. He's back up in P5.
Yeah, that Firestone, I believe he's running a Ford motor this time. Getting passed by the 67 right now. Had made it back into the top 5 before then. Cautions back out onto the racetrack. Looking for it. Oh, the 2's involved again. Believe the, wow, the 2's involved. The 24 is involved. And I believe the 14 once again involved as well. Wow. Big junk back there. Let's see what happened here.
Looks like the 2
yeah.
got aerodynamic damage, just couldn't hold it down what he's used to. And
I don't know who was blinking through that, but they're lucky they were blinking. I believe that was the 3 of Bommersbach. The 14 though, did he hit anything? No.
I don't see much. Sometimes if you kind of slam the brake too much, you kind of get spun.
And that 24, unfortunately, is not going to be able to return to the racetrack here tonight. Matthew Lesniewski is going to be the latest victim here of Motegi. It looks like he's going to end up finishing in the 17th position. That two is all sorts of befuddled right there. Taylor Drago, just on that high side, got loose in the marbles and it just came around on him. It, like you said, Dylan, it might have had a little bit to do with his damage.
Yeah, that side pod was a little pushed in. You know, the team around and they put a new wing on both sides of the car, but they don't touch that side pod. And you know, I wish we had the cutaway car which showed the aerodynamics of these cars, but it's definitely there was not. That car just spun on him. And Tyler Drago was a very fast competitor last season, so seeing him spin by himself is a very odd ball move.
Yeah, Drago not doing good with Dragon Team Racing there. That Menards Honda is probably going to be done for today as well. That's going to leave just about 15 drivers on the racetrack if the 3 can ever establish connection again. 14 back on the pit road. Getting some service to the Twisted Tea machine.
14 is going down, getting those 4 good new tires, and that number 3 is still flashing in the pit lane. As John Ailes rolls out, joining the pack again, currently P15. He's been kind of working his way through the field a little bit too. You know, qualified the 21st in practice, 19th in qualifying, and right now he's sitting in P15. John Ailes is a very good driver when it comes to just patience. He knows he doesn't have the pace to that front pack. He knows he can't really get up there, and he's in a very good learning curve and learning about what to do. And he's came in top 5 a few times last season. So right now he's just playing the ball game of just patience and trying to play his cards out correctly.
Yeah, well, good on him for sticking out here. I mean, he's been either involved or very close to pretty much every single accident here tonight, except for the first one. So good to see that 14 cast some luck here. Will Roberts back into the 13th position after sitting there battling for a top 5 spot not too long ago. I believe him in the 67 and the 62 came in and took some service here as we are going to hit halfway next time by in the race. And also, we do have a couple of guys here from the Texas club. So we want to, us here at OCTV, want to extend our thoughts and prayers out to all of the victims of Hurricane Harvey, especially in the Houston area and everywhere else that was affected. If you want to donate to the Red Cross, I'm pretty sure there's a link for that somewhere on your Facebook or your Twitter feed. I think it's like 90999. Donate $10 to the Red Cross to help efforts down there. But especially those affected in Houston, we're going to keep y'all in our thoughts and prayers for the next couple of weeks as you try to return back to normalcy after a flood. I've been there, done that. It's a tough deal, but you know, you just gotta move on. And again, we're just gonna hide the green flag. I mean, if we could like play a sound over the green flag, that would just be perfect right now. But I'm gonna get back over to turn at number 3 to start the race. Danny Roberts still out front here. I believe he's led the most laps so far tonight. He could lock up another 3 points by doing so. So if he wins the race, he can get the max 57 off the bat. First race, that'll be just a way to start off this season. Ryan Kist at 23 car, he's up to 3rd. Eric Jeffers, he's been hanging around the top 5 all day as well. And you got the 18 of Shelley back here in 4th, as well as Staller in 5th. Staller made a great save earlier in the 98 car. Be looking for him to try and get back up here towards the front. He's in 5th position now. Green flag back out onto the speedway. 41 down and away, coming off of turn number 4 to take the halfway cross flags there. And just like that, the craziness resumes. 23rd got shuffled out to the high side. Here comes the 98 on the inside of the 18. Staller trying to get that 3rd position into turn 3. Shelley's going to give it up. Almost going to force 3 wide here. Good thing the 23 backed off the 90 of Eckert. Almost there to the inside of the 18. 18's going to go to the inside of the 98 as they head off into 1.
Yeah, look at Johnny right there he was kind of in the back there. He went pitted a few cautions back, working his way up. Gonna be passing that number 18 machine of Shelley. This time by maybe.
Yeah, he's
got a lot of speed in that car, and I think he's shown us that at the very beginning when he was battling with Danny and Steven back.
And back here, we have another group brewing up here to 39. Tim Silliman trying to get back towards the front. Stuck the 08 out to dry there. And here comes the 67. Winsen on the inside of the 39 here. Behind him, they got Travis Bennett, who was running in the top 5 for the majority of the race. Slipped back there for a little bit. I mean, there's just group after group out here. And, you got a good separation of about, 7/10 between the top 2, which should be battling for the lead right now. There he is, Jeffers on the outside of Roberts off of turn number 2.
As Danny's going to keep it down that bottom line, keeping that line pinned. As he still is leading. Oof. It's just so scary watching these cars making that hard left-hand turn, getting down that against that wall, blocking that lane. Right, maybe a little bit of contact, a little bit, nothing much, but they are definitely going to be battling it out.
Yeah, definitely the 41's going to get a good dive into turn number 3. That 96 trying to hold it. Jeffers not going to be able to hold the momentum, but he's going to get a little bit coming off of turn number 4 here. Still stuck behind that 41, getting that draft. Going to go back to the outside as they work their way back into turn number 1. And this pack behind him is catching him as well. We're going to have a 6-car battle for the lead here for too long.
Yeah, Johnny right now is just pulling that pack closer to them. The air that these cars make is just so huge. You can feel about a second back, and Johnny has it, and he's just pulling.
Oh, there's a wreck. 98's around.
Hey, oh, a lot of cars. Oh,
Nick Stoller around coming out of turn 4. And oh, 18 checked up. 98 got into him. The 7's involved as well. Will Roberts lost the front wing there. That was heavy.
That was scary right there.
Man, oh man. Yeah, it just looked like the 18 had checked up, and 98 wasn't expecting it and got into the back of Shelley there, and he went for a wonderful ride there. Man, that's kind of funny. I don't see anything on the back of this car either.
Yeah.
Maybe a little scrape on the right rear. Yeah, it got replaced. There it is. A little bit of damage, but gonna replace it as long as they don't get side pod damage. These guys are pretty decent. I believe Eckert got to lead that lap there as well. And don't look now, folks. Go ahead.
As Will Roberts is finally pulling out of pit lane. I think that's the second time they had to replace that wing.
Well, he's lucky it was the wing and not the side pod, because that could have been a lot worse. Yeah, right now, your top 5, you got Johnny Eckert out front, Alex Buffley in second, Travis Bennett, the 95, in third, Tim Silliman back into the top 5 for the first time since he took that pit around lap 30, and Danny Roberts, that 41 Ferrari machine, rounds out your top 5 here. It looks like my scoring is completely off there. Larkamp is actually in the top 5. Her dirty, dirty, dirt. Thanks, iRacing. All right, while we pace around here, once again here, we're working lap 60 of the scheduled 100. We're going to have 40 to go next time they hit the stripe. We're going to take y'all away for a quick commercial break and come right back here to the action here at Motegi. All right, and welcome back. Hope that was a good commercial for you. Running along with that 39. As I mentioned before the break, you know, this guy was pretty far back there in the pack after coming into pit on lap 30. That, I believe, is the only time that he's came into pit. I don't believe he's come into pit any other time. If I can get on that. And, you know, that 39 driver for Third Man Racing, actually a new addition, along with who was it? I just saw it on my cheat sheet. Only Ryan Kish joined up with Kaiten Bommersbach on Third Man Racing. So trying to put on a good show for the new boss man, as both of those cars, 4th and 8th. And it'd be funny, actually, he's in 12th, so that's freaking hilarious. I love numbers. But yeah, he at 39, I'm thinking he's the one we're gonna have to watch out for. They should have to come in and pit one more time, because I don't think, well, 39 could probably make it, but I don't think the rest of them can. So, got the lights off the pace car again. Got the false green coming up. Real green's going to be the lap after. What's your thoughts so far there, Dylan?
This has been an amazing race. They've, with the whole new protocol and the car, it's been changed so much over the last few builds in iRacing that this is quite intense, and I hope everyone's enjoying it, because I know that these guys have been loving it, and they've been missing it. So it's been a great race, and it's so good to see that right now you got 2 rookies up in that front row, the front top 3 right there. Johnny leading, and then you have Tim and P4, and Tim's going to give these guys a run for their money. So it's going to be one crazy finish if we keep it on the green.
And I was noticing as they were coming down the front stretch there, the 08 does have substantial right side damage to that Ford. So be on the lookout for that. He is starting in P number 2. Johnny Eckert, though, on point right now as we get ready to get into turn number 3. Turn these boys loose once again. So far, we've had...
As green flag is out once again.
Yeah, there she goes. Number 90 back out onto the throttle. Come to the line, finish lap 62. We're going to have 37 to go here, 38 to go. And look at that 08. Oh, no. Look at that 95. Travis Bennett on the outside. 39 is getting held up by the 08. Buffalo's going to have to take to the inside. There goes the 39 out to the outside lane. And you got the 41 of Roberts ready to pounce on that 08 as well. The 08 is holding his own.
Yeah, I'm surprised the damage that he had. You know, we saw it. Drago kind of, he had the same amount of damage a little bit, and he just lost it. So it's interesting, depending on what side of the body it's on, how it's reacting. And right now, he's holding his own right now, side by side with Danny, now with Steven, as he is falling back. But, you know, he's battling some of the fastest guys in ISDC right now. So,
yeah, Larkamp still stuck behind him as well. As long as that 08 stays in some air, I think he'd be all right. Tim Silliman back up second, though, in that 39. Oh, look, the 08's getting racy there. And look at the 67. Where did he come from? Takes 2 positions. Coming into turn number 3, that 67 of Winsen going 3 wide here as they cross the stripe. Going to have to tuck in behind Boss Man there on the outside and try to get that spot from the 96. Not going to be able to do it. He had, I don't know where he came from. He hit the boosters or something. That was nuts. He's trying to get under the 96 here.
ooh, as he slides up the track a little bit.
Oh, it's around
no.
in front of him.
That is the 08, I believe.
Yeah, the 08. Buffalo around, coming out of 4 and just losing it.
Grab walking it. He's definitely damaged. He's done.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened before. Just sail car spins, but it looks like, again, with damage to the side pod, aerodynamics just didn't like how the car was going through the air.
He looks like he wants to be on a beach somewhere. He's crab walking it down the backstretch. Probably going to end his night here. So looks like he'll be coming home in 14th, as that only leaves 13 drivers on the racetrack. Now, I'm kind of impressed that, about 4 out of the 6 cautions we've had tonight have only been single car spins just about. And we should be able to go green the rest of the way here for those who pitted. But guess who did it? Pretty much everybody.
The team this is interesting because, we are in that window. Tim kind of proved that you can go 35, 36 laps in your field window. So we're in it. But I wonder if the drivers, thinking we're going to do another couple more cautions. Maybe they don't have to pit again. Just a quick splash and go and call it. Tim did it at the very beginning, stayed out for that 36 laps, and then came in, got lapped down, and came back, and now he's leading the field.
Yeah, 39 has had one of the most exciting nights here tonight. Came from a lap down after leading the race and pitting on the green, and back out front right now. Probably gonna go green with under 30 with under 30 to go, if I can get my mouth to work right. Danny Rogers back there as well, stayed out, as well as the 62, I believe, the 67. And the 96. I think the 96 stayed out as well. The 23. So only a couple of guys came in that last time around, at least starting with the 90 of Eckert.
Eckert, he's not in that back half of the field, but, he's going to be good on fuel. Right now, I'm kind of keep it in that high gear, save as much fuel as you can, and he'll be good to the end right now. So he doesn't have to pit again. So this is all pit strategy right now.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how, we started this race. We were only going to be expecting, about 3 pit stops out of each driver, basically. And I think this 39 is going to end up making it on 2. I mean, he's close.
That team is. I wish I could go down on that pit box, because that team they must have some kind of different fuel injector in that car. I just can't believe how much they're saving on fuel, and he wasn't even dropping any pace off either. So yeah, it's just one amazing showdown right there on that team.
Well, I'm seeing right here. I just talked to a crew chief in my head for a moment. Notice that this isn't a fixed setup session. Now, how does it work? Is it like, an honor system to where, hey man, I've got the right setup in, don't worry? Or like, what's going on with that? Because it didn't look like a fixed setup race to me.
It should be a fixed setup. The drivers are limited to one setup because we are up in the booth as spectators of the session. We don't have that fixed setup, so we can play with setup. But they are limited to one setup, and it's all about your throttle inputs. Well, so we come around and throughout the past about 3 or 4 weeks, the administrators and drivers get together on select nights of the week, and they go to different tracks, and they travel a lot through the off season, making the setups. So it's not too loose, but it's not too tight, and it's a very comfortable race setup. So it's not off of iRacing's default setups, but they are modified into a way.
We should be close to getting ready to go back to green. I'll give you a couple of quick trivia facts right quick. Larkamp is defending champion of the Formula World Series here. 3-time defending champion, I believe it was mentioned earlier. my notes say to look for him at the road courses because we do have a mix between oval and road courses here in the ISDC Formula World Series. I swear I'll get used to saying it. Thursday night, if we want to draw our attentions. Well, actually, I don't know if he wants the attention while he's on pit road. But 7, Will Roberts made his way off pit road, won the debut race for the Tough Truck Challenge. These guys have about 4 different series that y'all run right now?
Right now, we do 4 different series. We do 2 on Monday nights and 2 on Thursday nights, and there's discussions of having another series being involved here later in the year, adding maybe another dirt series or adding a rallycross series or adding something throughout later in the year.
I forgot about rallycross. We're going to go green here. Tim Silliman down and away. Green flag back out into the air at 39. He's going to get a little bit of a gap here. That 41 of Roberts, though, one of the most dominating forces in the race. He's got defending champion Larkamp behind him. And Cody Winson, that boy, he's had about as interesting a night as the 39 has. He's coming back up here after spinning from the lead earlier in the race. Back up into 4th.
That top 4 right there are going to be 4 drivers we're going to be watching all throughout this race. The remaining of the 27 laps, but also the remainder of the whole season. They go around, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again, they keep changing the hats off to each other. Because when Steven's so good on the speedways, but Cody wants to get there.
Almost a 3-wide situation right there, and a bunch of brown pants to go around. Larkamp wanted the outside. Winson was going to take the middle, and Roberts was going to defend that low side as Winson has taken over second spot from the 41, setting his sights on position 1 and the 39 car.
Larkamp. There goes Cody.
Yeah, here he goes. He's underneath him.
Tim's definitely going to lose that lead, but is Danny close enough to close the gap, or is Tim going to fall in? It looks like Tim's going to fall in behind Cody. But with that being said, look at Danny back there. He's dropping like a few cars back now, too. He's down all the way back to P4 going to be P5.
Now on board with the 41 right now as we're seeing this battle unfold in front of us. I mean, the 67 is not even close to trying to get an arc into the turn. That's where the 39 is gaining in the center. But center off, the 39 is losing just a little bit as I saw some smoke up there, but don't know what that was from. Look at this 96, though. Eric Jeffers looking to throw his hat into the ring.
And watching Cody go around and he goes in that high side, making it perfect, making it so nice, and also just making that slamming hard left-hand turn, getting right against that white line and inside wall. It's just one of the amazing things about these Indy cars that you can do. And right there, you can just see right there how Cody can just get in that bottom lane and just keep Tim on that high side. And Tim right now is just right now in a sitting duck. He can't get past right now on that bottom high lane, and he can't pass because he's not in that low lane.
Well, he did get the lead that lap right there, but this is definitely a great battle for the lead. That 96 just sitting there and sitting in the catbird seat, as DW would say. Got that 41 and 62 still in the picture. But then you drop back a couple of seconds. You had 3 wide with the 90, 18, and 23 as they sort everything out before the first corner there on lap 79. At 23, that track position has definitely helped him out.
Yeah, he has moved up a lot. Started P12, really in 7th, kind of getting... I'm going to use the word push, but right now... You're faster in a pack right now. You can just see how they're just catching the lead pack. His lead pack aren't together. They're not really formed up, but yet those 4 are catching them, catching that front pack. And Right now, it looks like Tim is falling back a little bit. As Titan has joined the party now, too.
Yeah, that 3 looks like he's pretty almost doesn't have those internet issues sorted out at all. But oh, 39
Ooh.
calling out for the pit. Back at P4, gonna run on the bottom half of the track. Gonna slow down to about 130 to get onto the apron to run that bottom groove. 3 wide for the lead. 41 in the middle. That 96 of Jeffers, he got really close to the wall there. Cody Winston's still going to win out on that one. Oh, they're trying for it again.
They are. Oh, wow. Look at Danny right there. He's not pushing, but he's definitely knocking the air off of Eric's car.
Yeah, just getting enough of that draft on the side of the on the backside of the 67 to keep up with him and get a good run going into the turns, but he can't do anything with it coming off. And 41 almost into the rear wing. And it looks like Jeffers is under fire from the 62 behind him. And Larkamp trying to go to the outside back here, but Robertson at 41, he threw it in there. Is it going to stick? He had to back off a lot there. I think Winston still's got the point. Roberts is trying everything that he can right now.
Danny's having the hardest time trying to get there, but Cody left the door open.
Now, if he throws it in there. Oh, he did.
No,
He wrecks him.
goes Cody. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Winston around after contact from the 41 of Danny Roberts. Now, he had to have known that I was coming, but it's getting towards the end of the race here. And looks like that 67 is going to be sitting in the pits for the end of this race.
Oh, man, that's a shame. Oh, man.
That hurt.
That hurts a lot. That's 2 of your top runners involved. Doesn't look like Danny has any damage on the car, but definitely
Yeah, it was just a wheel hop there.
just a wheel hop, but
Man.
That's hard for a driver, especially the top. You know, he was a top 3 driver, and this night's over. That's hard.
I mean, that I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out what the Stewart's gonna do about this. Believe the incident's going to be under review here. After the race, it was what we're getting from the marshals here. 41 does have some damage to that side pod now from that wreck that I don't remember seeing before. But Rogers is going to come in to pit. The 23 and the 3 are going to stay out. Now, the question is, can the 3 keep that internet in control? That's the only thing hurting him from having a good race here for Farmersbach. Number 3 Honda, or Toyota, excuse me, for Third Man Racing. He is the owner for that team. And the 39 did get the wave around, but he's going to have to start all the way in the back of the pack. I don't think he's going to be able to make his way up towards the front with less than 15 to go when we get the green flag. Now, probably going to get the green flag closer to 10 to go.
Yeah, this is right now you kind of have it. The pack is split in half. You have your top 5, top 10, your top 5-ish that are your fast pack. They've been together all race long. They've been together. You know, we got Steven Larkamp, Johnny Eckert.
Whoa!
Eric is up there. Ooh.
Okay, well, I lost the leader there for a minute, so excuse me. It seems like the pace car did not like that.
Danny and Steve and all, you know, that top from third down on to That will be P8. All been together tonight. All been racing together. Then you have Will Roberts up there, and that's in P9, showing the mix up. So watching that front two gonna be interesting. Watching Travis Bennett in that 95 he's been having a good night too.
Yeah, he was towards the front.
Out of the picture.
Yeah, towards the front in the beginning of the night, and kind of fell back there for a little bit, and now making his way back towards the front, sitting in P3. Going to turn out to be a good night for that 95. Started on the outside of the front row here tonight, and to go back to Roberts. Roberts, he's shown a little bit of muscle trying to get towards the front. But I believe he's still suffering from that side pod damage in the number 7 Firestone machine. Phil Clark is silently winning the battle of attrition here. Started P20 up to P10, and John Ailes, Twisted T machine, he's pretty much doing the same thing. He's just hanging out. They both started 19th and 20th. Here comes the 14 into pit. I believe, Silliman has taken a wave around. He's still going to have to start in the backpack. But, no name we haven't mentioned yet, the 23, Ryan Kish, getting those all-important points to apply to the championship, leading the lap, gets him a bonus point.
Yeah. Kish and Bauersbach are right up there. He's got a few extra bonus points for those laps, but I think my first scare is how aggressive are the drivers behind him going to be. We're going to come back to, it's going to be about 10 laps to go, give or take, when we go back green flag racing here. So how aggressive are Danny Roberts and Travis are going to be to get to that front? Danny's led the most laps tonight. He knows he can win this race, and right now there's 3 drivers in front of him that are in his way.
Well, he hasn't shown his full hand yet. I mean, there's not much that you can do with these things because these things are so aerodynamic dependent. But I'm pretty sure that 41 and a 62 have got some tricks up their sleeve. Want to come back and touch on the 3 before we go green. This is fake. I'm going to tell you that every time this season. Bommersbach, last year's runner-up in the championship. He's pretty much known winner for the ovals last year. He won at Phoenix, Richmond, Pocono, and Kentucky in that number 3 Toyota. So, he's sitting in P2, but it doesn't look like his internet's going to clear out. I believe he's going to do the generally thing, and if it's not cleared up, he's going to just tuck to the inside and try to get out of the way for the rest of these guys so he doesn't impede anybody's finish here. But that's pretty bad for Bommersbach here as they're rolling off a turn at number 2, getting ready to come to the green flag. The real one. Another name to watch out for, another number to watch out for would be the 90 and 96 tucked in behind Larkamp here. Is Ryan Kish leading his first laps on the night. The United Rentals number 23 looking to take
down a lot.
There we go. Green flag back out into the air.
Wow.
Didn't get to hear what the race official said there, but that 41, he got a great jump there. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get around just 3 unless
as he slides up the track.
Yeah, that's a smart move from the 3. He's completely gone, so I hope the rest of these guys know what's up. The 41 though, back into P number 4. 95 had to back off a ton, and here comes that 62 and the 90. Johnny Eckert in the 90. Trying to get to the 5th position. 10 to go at 23. Can he hold off that 41 and try to win this thing?
This is gonna be as these two guys right here, you're gonna know their name by the end of the season. Danny Roberts and Larkamp, they've been side by side all last season. They've been battling in points since season 1. As look at who's joined the mix up 3 wide as that's Johnny Eckert in that 90. Look
What
at
I tell you?
that move.
What
Wow.
I tell you?
Johnny's trying to go for that win there. As long as he can keep that car going the way he was doing, that was a beautiful move he just did. Oh no, he pushes up the hill a little bit.
Now, right now, this is exactly what that 23 wants to see in his rearview mirrors. He wants to see some side-by-side racing, so they're not running in a big old pack, even though they're about 4 cars deep behind him. I don't believe that Kish is going to be able to hold him off. He just needs to make it to about lap 95 on the circuit. If a caution comes out, that's going to end the race. And there's the 41 on the inside of the 90, taking over second position. Back from Eckert. Roberts back up to P number 2. And here comes Eckert again, 41 with the, wouldn't say a block, but very aggressively, I don't want to let you by move.
Look who's he's a little bit farther back, but he's kind of joining the picture. Look at Tim Silman. He's in P7. He has the draft of Travis, and he's going to be up here. I just don't think he's going to have enough time to get up to that main pack, though.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on behind him, though. The 96 pushed up way high. Almost got the 7 involved. Will Roberts making it through. Good move in front of the 18. And the 25 is in this mix as well, getting some good draft off of the 96.
Ooh. Look at Danny Roberts, Stephen Larkamp, and Johnny Eckert. 3 wide going to turn number 3.
There it goes. That 90, he's going to have to fall back. Whoa, my goodness.
Wow.
3 wide again into 1. And Larkamp on the bottom, getting around the 41 and the 90. Larkamp going to push up a little bit. The 41 is going to get the run down the backstretch. But look how far the 23 is pulled away. He's got a second advantage over these guys here as they keep exchanging the spot. Going to come off of turn number 4. Look at the 90 power move in front of the 62.
Oh, wow.
Coming back, cutting down the track onto the bottom of the racetrack. The 41 stuck in the middle, going to get the 62 a little bit squarely here. But look at the 39, Tim Silliman underneath the 41, coming off of turn number 2.
Oh, out of fuel. Leader out of fuel.
Leader's out of gas. Ryan Kish almost 4 laps away from winning that race. Now it's going to be up to Sullivan is up in second.
Wow. You have Johnny Eckert, who is your leader, with Tim in second, with Danny Roberts and Stephen Larkamp still going at it. They're all together right now. This is going to be, who is going to be more aggressive?
3 wide. Wow. Look at that 62, cut in the middle of it. Larkamp. Oh, the 41 is coming in to pit.
Danny's out of fuel.
He was black flagged. 41 black flag. Don't know why yet. We'll try to get that to you at the end of the race here. Working 2 laps to go. Johnny Eckert out in front. Stephen Larkamp and Tim Silliman, actually the reverse order, 2nd and 3rd. And then you have Will Roberts in 4th.
Wow, look at Will. Will's doing a good job. He had that damage. He kind of sat in the back. But look at him. He's making his way up.
Yeah, really high on the track there. Johnny Eckert taking the white flag here. The 90 just has to make 4 more corners work, and he can come away with the checkered flag here tonight to open up the season. These boys back here are still fighting for second, though. Tim Silliman going to give up the bottom. And 41 to stop and go in front of our leader right now. But here comes Johnny Eckert, the number 90, going to take the win here at Motegi.
Second.
Silliman.
Second. Wow. Wow.
Dude.
Good job. Wow, guys.
That was great. And not even that. I mean, between 4th and 8th, 5th and 8th, not even a 1/10 of a second at the line. Come on. And that's going to give the 90 of Johnny Eckert the win here in the Van Hassa car there.
Wow.
Gonna burn him down on the front straightaway like he don't deserve it. Look at that boy.
Man.
That was nuts there at the end. I feel so bad for the 23, Ryan Kish. Just couldn't save enough fuel to get to the end. Probably trying to bank on a late race caution. But, wow, that was crazy.
Man, going from Tim Stillman, look at him. He qualified 4th. He was leading. He went down pit road 2 times, got lapped down both times. Lucky Dog gave him that, and now he finished 2nd. Wow.
Yeah, that was nuts. We're going to try to get some of these people rounded up here, try to get some interviews for you. We're going to go back to a commercial real quick and be right back on the flip side as we watch our boy here do the Polish victory lap. Yes. All right. Welcome back, folks. Here, that 90's still burning them down like James Brown out there on the racetrack. We're going to give you your results here, and then we're going to try and get some interviews here. We're looking at the number 90, Johnny Eckert, first winner this season for the ISDC Formula World Series. Tim Silliman, just an amazing run back into 2nd place. Stephen Larkamp came home in 3rd. Travis Bennett makes his way back up into the 4th position. Eric Jeffers, is going to round out your top 5. Will Roberts comes home in 6th. Phil Clark in 7th. Like I said earlier, a battle of attrition for that guy. Ayrton Shelley going to come home in 8th, where he started. And Keiten Bommersbach comes home in 9th, and John Ailes in the top 10. Danny Roberts going to be the last car on the lead lap in 11th position, and then starts to lap down cars. Ryan Kish ran out of gas while leading, going to come home in P12. Cody Winsen in a bad deal there, going to come home in 13th. Alex Buffoli going to come home in the 14th position, and 15th goes to Nick Stoller. Taylor Drago in 16th, Matthew Lesniewski in 17th, Ryan Hesgard 18th, 19th, Brian Sullivan, John Martin in 20th, 21st, Gary Weevil, and Cody McCorkle, our first casualty of the night, 92 laps down in 22nd.
I went around, and as soon as that checkered flag came out, I ran out that booth as fast as I can, get down to that victory lane. As I'm sitting next to Johnny Eckert as his car pulls into victory lane. Johnny, congratulations there, buddy.
Thank you. That was a hell of a race. I can't believe it. I was thinking on that last restart, I was trying to figure out exactly how I was going to get up there. I really didn't think I was going to have anything for them. They pulled away on that on the second to last restart, and somehow with some really, in my opinion, a little bit aggressive, making 3 wide moves to try to gain some ground. But I mean, I was really lucky that I forgot who was leading at the time, ran out of fuel with I think 3 to go or something like that, and then with Danny Roberts' black flag, credit to the administration for calling that, but yeah, I can't believe it. I didn't think I had a shot at it.
Yeah, you were definitely making some great moves out there, bud. Winning the opening race here for the Formula World Series Season 4. Tell us what that means to you right now.
It really means a ton. First off, this is only my 3rd race in the series. and I have had no success in the Indy cars. I've always seemed to make a mistake, either spin myself out or hit the wall or whatever. And I seem to always ruin it for myself. Being able to even have a shot at winning the race, especially here, was was uh was incredible. It was really incredible. And then being able to actually win it against some of the big names, especially Steven and Tim. I mean, I know they have a ton of experience driving these cars, and I know Steven's multi-time champion. It was a crazy race. It was nice to be able to battle with them for the win.
All right. Well, I think the last order of business, you got anybody you want to shout out, give some thanks to some sponsors, and then we'll let you go ahead and pop a couple bottles of champagne at Victory Lane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gotta thank my Lufthansa sponsors, but also my team. That's the biggest thing. I gotta thank Hill Motorsports, Robert Hill, and my teammates Christian, Kendall, and Alex Boffley. Especially Alex today, because he was keeping me mentally focused after his accident earlier on in the event. Came on to pit box and just kind of coaching me a little bit to mentally keep myself focused on what I had to do and to get good restarts and to not screw anything up. But yeah, I gotta thank them, and I definitely absolutely have to thank the administration, because they spend a lot of time in the off season working to try to get the rules right, and try to listen to what the drivers had to say and try to get a much better package that was a little bit more fun, and I think they did a hell of a job with that, and their format in the series is great. So I want to thank them as well. And thanks for broadcasting, you guys, as well. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for putting on an amazing show there. That was awesome.
I'm glad I was able to.
All right. Well, congratulations still goes out to our winner, to number 90, Johnny Edgert.
Thanks, yeah.
And gonna move him on out of there. Let's see if we can't catch up with second place here. See if we can't get Tim into the booth. All right, second place finisher, Tim. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Silliman.
You got it.
Yes, I got one at least. All right,
Good job.
P2, man. Tell us how you feel.
I know my wrists hurt. I was trying to stay out as long as I could and play those yellows, but just didn't fall in my favor. But I knew I had to pedal it at the end and get all I could get.
Yeah, it seemed like you had about an extra gallon or two hidden in the chassis there for that first run. I couldn't believe how long you stayed out. But you definitely had a bad fast car out there today. You making some of the most exciting moves out there on the track. Tell us how you decide when to use those moves, because, I mean, what you were doing, it was almost like watching like Bruce Lee do Kung Fu or something.
Well, I was in practice. I was playing around with the trav, seeing where I wanted to be and where I wanted people to catch me, as well as catching them. And it seemed like I could keep powering on the outside. And I was actually staying in fifth gear, which I would think some people are downshifting in the fourth. But I was trying to use that outside towards the end, trying to keep people down low, especially in the pack when you can kind of like pass on the outside and then draft the guy up in front of the guy you're trying to pass. So I just kept going and going and going around until the very end. But it seemed to work out.
Well, I'd say, second place, especially debuting with a new team, I think Boss Man's going to want to keep you around for a little bit longer. You got any shout-outs you want to do before we let you go and enjoy your P2 finish?
I want to shout out to the admins for doing a good job. Jeff in the booth, Will, Caton, Steven, all paying attention to everything, trying to do their best. I want to thank Rob, my sponsor guy. He let me put the logo on the car and drive it around for him just to see what we can do. So that's really cool. And I know my mom couldn't watch, and my dad, I was trying to give them links to watch, but definitely for next time, I hope they can. So I love everybody. We're doing a good job, and I hope we get a good drive on next week at Iowa.
Awesome, man. Well, looking forward to it. Unfortunately, that's not going to be on OCTV. We've already established that, but we'll be back with you for the third race of the season, definitely. So that's second place, Tim Silliman. Good job, congratulations. Going to get him moved on out of here and try to find third place. And there he is. How you doing there, Steven?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. P3 tonight, man. Tell us how you managed to keep it.
Well, I mostly just keeping it out there, keeping it on the track pretty well. And I think you may have noticed several times I backed out of some 3 wide maneuvers there. I wanted to keep the car clean throughout much of the race and go for it at the end. But yeah, that was that final restart in particular. That was pretty crazy. I mean, for one thing, I feel horrible for Cody. I feel horrible for my teammate. He and Danny got together, and then we go 3 wide while Danny's going into the pits to serve the black flag. And me and Tim just went out of the rest of the race. I had a feeling he was going to get me coming off of 4 on the final lap by taking that high line there, but it was so close in the end. But me being not the biggest oval guy out there, I can't really complain about the result, though I do feel bad for my teammate.
Yeah, definitely. That was a tough accident to watch there. Kind of saw it coming, but didn't want it to happen. He had a good race going on. But hey, defending champion, starting out with a P3, first race of the year. One of the fastest cars out here all night, kept it within the top 5. So where do you go moving forward since we're going to Iowa next week?
We're from the looks of the schedule, actually, we're going to Brands Hatch next week.
Brands Hatch is next week.
Yeah, in this series, in this case, and that's a big boom for me. I'm definitely a road course guy by nature. I've always done well on road courses, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a unique combination, really short, compact track, especially since it's the short version of Brands Hatch. Yeah, I know. I had the same thought when I saw it on the schedule. It should be a lot of fun. I'm betting it's going to be a good race.
Awesome. Well, yeah, definitely looking forward to that now. Somebody told me Iowa like 2 seconds ago. But yeah, got anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you roll and wrap this thing up?
Well, everybody at Gap SRT, we've definitely got pace once again. Myself, obviously Cody Wenzen, who I feel terrible for you, man. We'll get him next week. But also, everyone else on the team, Floris Bishar, Nicholas Rasmussen, all the guys back there, we're making strides in all directions in pretty much every series we're running in. So I really got to give a shout out to those guys, and also to the admin team here at ISDC. I'm obviously on that list, but definitely Kite and Bombersbach, Tim Silliman and Will Roberts for putting together a great league, and it was a pretty good way to start the season. I'm hoping the rest of the races are just as good, if not better.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Appreciate you. Congratulations on your third place finish. That's Stephen Larkamp.
Hey, you got it right.
Yeah, I hope I did.
Not many people get it right the first time.
Well, it wasn't on my cheat sheet, so I kind of had to just go for it.
Whatever you got to do.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I think the only thing that's left to do right now is get final thoughts and wrap this up. So, Dylan, first race with OCTV here. I know you've known these guys for a long time. Give us your final thoughts on the race.
Oh, this is a great race. I know guys been loving it. I know they've been wanting to come here for a couple seasons now, and it's been a great race. And if we're only being the first race back and we have a 12-week season, I can't wait to see what else there is to come throughout the season. And the points battle is going to be amazing.
Yeah, you got that right. Don't know exactly who got the most laps left tonight. I'm pretty sure it was the 41. Starting out with a bunch of bonus points, but Johnny Eckert pulling it at the end after the 41's black flag, and the 23 Ryan Kish running out of gas with about 3 laps to go. I mean, all that 3 wide racing, you couldn't ask for any better than that on an oval with Indy cars, and it working 50% of the time. But yeah, next week, OCTV is off for the Monday night series. I believe me and you are going to do something for that, aren't we, Dylan?
I believe so. Yep. The details will probably be sent out through the ISDC fan page and Facebook page, and also on the Discord. So hopefully plans work out.
All right, 10-4. But for Dylan Ackard, Tony Knuckles on the ones and twos, and myself, we are OCTV. Thank you for watching today's presentation of the International Sim Drivers Club, and we'll see y'all in 2 weeks' time.